I can just edit this bit out. Ah! Non-stop menus. Just gonna get the Twitch app up on my phone so I can see if this is okay. You must be having a slow internet day. I'm glad I actually started the broadcast now because the Twitch app always seems to take like 2 or 3 minutes to recognize that you are broadcasting, so you can check on it. Twitch headquarters. We have a stream coming in. Get ready. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Oh, I found a way easier way to get your content, by the way. I don't need you to give it to me like on a memory stick. I can just go to your channel and use one of those, YouTube to MP4 conversion sites, and I get it no problem. So, um, I don't know. I'll need to check that. Oh, sure, we can sort it. It'll be fine.
Right, okay. Um, so I'm broadcasting now, by the way, if you want to make sure your audio's on.
Yep, I am also broadcasting, and my audio is checked. I'm gonna trust the stream because the Twitch app still isn't showing this as broadcasting, but I think we're good to go.
I think it records it anyway, even if it doesn't, like, directly
Yeah,
broadcast it.
yeah. Shall we say hello to
Hey, let's
a
get
lovely
really
audience?
high energy.
Yeah! This is gonna be
That's
this is gonna be the best opening to an episode ever. Our ratings are gonna skyrocket.
Because today is the best day in the history of the Earth for anything forever. Not really, but
We're so high energy,
maybe.
we're going to
Anyway.
explode.
Right. Okay, to start things off, we're coming back with a vengeance to Destiny. Rise of Iron
It's
just
us.
launched. It's £24.99, so I refuse to buy it from the Xbox live market share. Far too expensive. You need to lower that down. You need to get that below £15. That's a ridiculous price for an expansion. Full stop. It's like,
It really is.
considering that they seem to pump these out every 3 to 4 months, and the game is. I like Destiny overall. I refuse to pay what I have already paid for this part. So that's what I'm saying. I haven't even tried it yet. And
Especially
that's the thing. We
when
haven't even.
Yeah, I mean, especially
Yeah,
when what you're getting seems to be more of the same, like from what we've heard.
what we've heard. Now, with that bad review of a product I haven't used out of the way,
You're so informed.
we I'm looking at like the missions we have left to do. Now, I'm looking at we have done everything we can do on Earth. The moon, there is a House of Wolves strike on the moon we haven't done that we're too high level for. That's like we're 4 levels too high for. There is a we haven't done any raids. There's a House of Wolves just normal mission that we haven't done yet. That's level
Okay.
24. That's likely what we're gonna do next, just to warm us back up.
Okay.
We can't do any of the Rise of Iron content. We are basically one. Oh wait, what level are we? Are we level 25?
We're both
Oh, we
level
are level
25.
25.
We're the
Okay.
same level for once.
Okay, so because of that, we are ready to start the Taken King content. The Taken King's first mission quest thing is for level 25s and up.
Awesome.
Um, so, before, let's see, where is it? Is it the one on the moon? No, it was on Venus. Okay, I've lost it. Hold on. Was it
We've
Mars?
lost our missions.
Okay, don't laugh.
Well, you know, they're used to us being super organized anyway. So while JD's doing that, we are back after about a month's hiatus, wasn't it?
Oh, way longer than a month. What do you mean month? Like
What are you talking
3
about?
months? Definitely longer than that. Like, I mean, things have happened.
I think it was at least 6
Way
months.
longer.
No.
Not at least 6 months. Well, between 1 and 6 months. If anyone cares, since the last time we broadcasted, I'm pretty sure I turned 25. I left my job. That does not mean that I'm lifting the
Yes.
embargo on talking about my job, because I
Aw.
am still looking for other work, and on the off chance that someone goes, "Why, this dashing young man has a hobby," I'll look and see what it's like. I'm not going to talk about my work on here,
Oh dear.
um,
Yeah. Yeah, best to play it safe.
as far as I'm aware. I think even though we did stream Overwatch a little while ago, and there probably is a recording of me talking about, like, complaining about products and stuff. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
Let's just gloss over that.
what else has happened? I'm trying to think what else has happened.
I was doing a course, which was the main reason that videos weren't being put out, which has not since concluded, so I now have time to do more Destiny. So
I'm gonna load the tower because it says we have stuff to hand in. But that's great. How was your course? Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. It was very informative. And
Good.
those I've done a few of them before, and the forums are really great because everyone there's a really positive vibe off it. Like people comment on your stuff and give you tips and stuff. It's great. I
Oh,
had fun.
because you're all coming from like an artist background.
Yeah, we're going on a
No one like loads up and goes, "Oh, you're a piece of shit. You can't do that well."
yeah we're going on an epic journey together of learning and discovery. Yeah, it was good.
Oh God. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. Because this is a new stream session, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm gonna fight that with an energy drink. Now, I've gone a bit, not rogue with this one, but a bit unknown, possibly. I think this is the one I have here. I think it's from like Eastern Europe. Um, I have here, and you can Google this whenever you're editing the show together, and I'll take a photograph of the can and a
I
photograph
will
of what the drink
insert your
looks like.
photo as always.
It is called a Volcaz, Volcaz mojito
Volcaz.
flavored energy drink.
Okay.
Now, it's losing points to Monster already because it does not feature a blurb, but
No
not
story.
every energy drink. Yeah, no story. So hold on, I'm just gonna get a picture of the can for you. Just there. Hold on, I'm just trying to get a picture of it without including the horrors of my bedroom.
Well, one has to ask, what is an energy drink without a story? Really? At the end of the day.
It's a very boring thing.
It's just sustenance. Nothing more than
Isn't
that.
that what? Oh wait, hold on. I should send this to you on Facebook chat so you can actually see it live.
You should. If my Facebook chat behaves and actually receives messages when they're sent, that'd be great.
After this, we're going to talk about how amazing it is to live in the future where I can take a photograph and just send it to you right away.
Okay, we
and
haven't talked
it'll
about that
appear
before.
there instantly. We'll talk about that in a second.
Internet magic.
Right, so yes, did the picture come through?
It did indeed. Oh. Yeah, I'm not
Have you ever
crazy.
have
I'm
you
not
seen that
crazy
before?
about the can. No, I haven't seen those before. It looks like it
It's a
doesn't know
pretty
what it wants to
weak-looking
be.
can. It's a pretty weak-looking can. Now, I picked this up in Tesco's for 50p. It was in the reduced to clear section, which is where you find many high-quality products.
Oh,
Thank
of
you very much,
course.
Tesco.
Every little helps.
And now, here's the sound of the can. That's so weak compared to like, Monster Energy drink. It's always like
The sound,
like you're
the
opening a
sound it
grenade.
makes when you open it sounds like it's saying, "I guess I'm an energy drink."
I'm like looking at the the liquid just at the top. It's like a Hulk green so far, which is different. Most energy drinks tend to go the Red Bull route of just kind of being yellow, like they look like pee. A lot of energy drinks look like pee. Like just saying,
Just throwing that
they
out
do.
there. Yeah.
Just saying, you, they look like pee, but they are delicious and they serve a purpose. All right, I'm pouring this into my
Like
drink.
pee.
Oh my God, this looks. Thomas, this drink is neon green. I cannot wait to send you a picture
Yeah.
of this. It looks.
Turn the lights out. Does it glow in the dark?
It
It does, doesn't it?
looks.
You shouldn't
it
drink
looks
that.
like the. It looks like the type of drink that would promote a Ghostbusters movie. All right. Oh God, I'm so excited to drink this just because of the color. Like I'm a child. Like,
What's it gonna
I
do to
want the
me?
green one. I want the green one.
I can't wait to see what I
Okay.
mutate into.
All right, there you go. It's like a potion or something. Thomas, look. Right, you need to look at that picture. Throw that right up on the screen.
Yeah,
how
that's-
bright green that is.
That's the greenest anything I've seen. It is neon. Like
That's
if you were out walking with this, like in the middle of the night, cars would see you. Like it would reflect light. That's insane.
this. I'm pretty sure this is what turned those turtles into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right.
Yeah.
Now for the taste
For the-
test.
For the taste test. Don't worry, folks. We will get to the game eventually.
Tell Cade I won't
Ooh.
fall for it.
Okay. Ooh. Huh.
Taste better than it looks.
Right. Okay. No, it tastes it doesn't taste bad. It just does not taste as good as it looks. It says here mojito flavored. Now, Thomas, have you ever had a mojito?
I have not.
It's a cocktail. I'm trying to remember what's actually in a real mojito. I've had one before. It basically is kind of like mint. I think is it mint and gin or mint and vodka. It's an all right cocktail. Like it's not a very overpowering one. It's all right. It's not a very exciting taste, but I absolutely love the
It's
color.
all right.
It certainly does taste of green. Let's see.
Well, that's good.
Ooh.
If it's gonna do one thing right, and let's be honest, that is a very green drink.
It's a really green drink.
The fact that it tastes like green says a lot for it.
Okay, so I got something here. All right, now let's play the game.
Yeah.
So
I
here
I
had
missed playing this with you, JD.
I got 15 silver dust from the postmaster.
I missed playing
Here.
this game.
Aw, I missed playing it too.
We had
Did
some
you get?
adventures.
Do you have anything else you need to do, or will we go to orbit?
Oh no, go to orbit. I'm pretty much sorted.
All right, okay, we just have to go to the postmaster.
So
All right,
each
up
for
to orbit
orbit.
we go. Right. Okay.
I'm
I
still
wonder
looking
how
at
much
this
energy
picture of
this
that
thing-
drink. That's really green.
Energy. Oh, what's it? This energy drink is only 46 calories, so that's actually, I'm pretty sure that's still less than Coke. All right. Okay. Anyway. All right. Set destination. Let me see. Just 1 second.
Set a destination. Oh. Rise of Iron. Prelude. No thanks. We will not be playing. We will not be paying $24.99 today.
Where is the?
When you think
okay,
about
here we
it,
go.
that deal that we got the base game and every expansion up to Rise of Iron for $24.99. That's actually a really good price now that I think about it.
Yeah.
We got a
I
good
mean,
amount of content.
I don't understand. Like, I mean, I'm a big, massive Overwatch fan,
You are?
and I am. I'm really excited that I've heard that Titanfall 2 are kind of taking a you know. Hold on 1 second. I have to turn my subtitles off.
No problem.
Anyway, right. So I'm really happy to hear that the folks behind Titanfall 2 have made it so that all future DLC will just be free if you just buy the game. Now, that's what Overwatch did. And if you go to buy Overwatch now, even though it came out in, I think it came out right at the end of May, June,
Yeah.
it's still the same price as when it launched, which is fair. I feel.
Yeah, I mean, there's free
Mostly-
stuff being added. There's added
Yeah,
value.
yeah, that's the thing, is that the game you're buying now has more stuff in it than when it launched. There's competitive, there's more characters, there's lots of other stuff. So it is technically worth more. So they've done the smartest thing. It keeps their game at a fair price, I feel, which is that it's the price of when it launched, but with the promise that if you buy this, it will get supported and you will get all the future content we produce. I
Yeah.
have to
And
remember how to play
I like
that.
seeing that because that's not something you usually see with console games. You see it a lot on Steam, various PC games. Like there'll be a lot of free content added. I think that was mostly down to the fact that I don't know the exact ins and outs of it, but there's some bizarre process you have to go through if you want to add DLC to an Xbox game or a PlayStation game. They have some weird policy about you can only have so many free pieces of content, which is why Team Fortress 2 on the Xbox never really took off, because you were sort of stuck with the way it was to begin with. But it's good to see a console game. Maybe there's been others and I haven't been aware of them, but I think this is the first big one to
I think
really do that.
it's I mean, I'm curious, how did Blizzard manage to get around that loophole then?
Well, you know, it could just be their policies are changing. Maybe it wasn't Blizzard specifically, but I'm glad they did, because every time you sign in, it seems like there's something.
Ugh. Okay. Sorry, I had another big gulp.
Of the green. Gulp that green.
Kind of tastes like green dishwater. No,
Well, that is
shotgun.
that is a glowing endorsement. Green dishwater.
Can you revive me? We're not doing very well.
Now, are you telling me that I no longer have to fill a sink with dirty dishes and wash them to get my beverage? I can just buy it in canned form.
Not anymore.
No longer.
We have to GTFO because we're just.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like we're taking a lot of damage here. Are we the right level for this? Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, we are. Anyway, right, we have to head this way. So, okay, the point I was gonna make is I don't understand why Destiny just doesn't, like, I mean, fair enough, it launched like well before Overwatch and Titanfall 2, and I mean, EVE Online is the same way, where it's you pay your subscription to EVE Online, and every expansion that comes out is like, do you have a subscription? Okay, you get the new expansion. If World of Warcraft worked the same way, I might go back and play World of Warcraft, but because
Yeah.
it doesn't, and it's like you have to pay £30 on top of your subscription, then it's like, no.
Yeah.
In Destiny, fair point, there is no subscription, but like there's nothing, because they're trying, it feels like they're trying to do like you pay for the base game and it brings you up, like every year is going to have buy Destiny and the new expansion. Like, why not just have a base price of £24.99 and then you get the future DLC for free?
Yeah.
You know, like,
You'd think that
'cause that's
model
basically
would
what
almost
people are
fit, because this is meant to sort of emulate. I know it's not an MMO in the strictest sense,
It
but
is.
that's what it's trying to do,
Oh,
right?
it is. It is.
But
no.
like,
100%
surely
no.
that business model you just described would suit this game way better than DLC packs, which only serve to divide an already small community of
Divided
people.
player base. Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm aware, the only reason we started playing was because it was like, oh, they're giving away everything for a very reasonable price. Okay. Like, that would have been the biggest influx, I think, of new players. But, because the DLC doesn't seem to bring in new players, if that makes any sense. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't start playing because it was like, oh, Taken King. It was, oh, it's only like £25 and I get everything? Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly returning players at this point.
Which is fine. I mean, maybe, you know, there are probably returning players who are big fans of Destiny who are really, really, really happy to pay the £25. They're like, nope, I'm
yeah.
interested. I've been, but I mean, like, I'm thinking of like someone who got the game at launch, paid for the season pass, paid for the Taken King, paid for Rise of Iron. They're like in, you know, at least £100.
Oh
At
yeah,
least £100.
way
Well,
more.
we have to go here.
They're in way deeper than we are.
Yeah, way deeper than us. And we're still like, And I'm like, I'm not anti-money or like even anti,
Anti-money.
you know what I mean? I'm not anti-supporting
Yeah.
content creators or game developers. I have pumped a lot of money into Hearthstone and a
Oh,
lot of money
you certainly have.
into Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, money. Yeah, and it's purely because I am a gambling addict, but also whatever way they've designed that game, those games, and whatever part of me they manipulate to invest money in a game that I have essentially already paid for twice now,
Yeah.
I don't know, it appeals to me.
Well, I
And
think
it's,
if you can make the act of opening a loot crate fun, I think that's the battle pretty much won, because it tickles something in your brain and you just want to open
that
more.
high.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Is that I'm chasing the high of getting a legendary?
Yeah, I mean,
each
if
time, which is
if they can nail that one thing, and it's a good game, you know, on its own merit, you've pretty much got it. You've got your cash cow set
yeah,
up.
okay, that's it. If your bells and whistles are really bells and whistles, then that's it. You've got it. Oh, right. The
Strong gravity distortion.
Heroes of the Storm event to earn the Overwatch skin starts on the 15th, so you better have it installed and play a few practice games before
I will
then.
install it. Indeed.
Oh wait, have I played?
Should
I
we
have
tell the
done some-
people what happened when the Halloween event was on and you wanted to buy some Halloween loot boxes?
They can go to my YouTube channel and watch me open the Halloween boxes live,
Plug for JD's
They want-
personal YouTube channel.
which is here. Point out at those.
Up
I
there.
don't know what else is on there, so yeah, it's there.
It
Derp.
is. It's on the screen somewhere, if you can find it.
There will be like 2 videos there, and I'm gonna after this stream, I'm gonna quickly check to see what else I put on there to make sure. You know, someone looking for You know what? Actually, just put in a link just to the Overwatch video.
My compilation of work-related stories by JD.
I don't know. What's my? Oh yeah, I forgot what my ultimate was.
I remember that night we were over and you were so eager for the Halloween boxes that you went ahead and bought some from the Xbox store, only to find that they were the regular boxes.
All right, fine. Right, we'll talk about it. Right. So, the Halloween event started on Overwatch, and I was really excited because I saw all the skins had gotten leaked, and I was like, "Oh, this skin looks great! I want Junk Rug." So, then I hastily went and bought, like, how many did I buy? I spent £16, bought 24
Yep.
boxes.
Uh-huh.
Under the impression that because like you can only buy one type of box in the store, I thought, oh, they must just change them automatically.
Yeah.
They don't. The event went live, but the boxes weren't for sale on the store until the day after. Like, if you went and played Overwatch later that night, which I did, there was a message on the main page saying, "Warning: the Xbox Live Halloween boxes are not for sale yet." And it's like, so you know.
On the plus side, you very quickly found on Reddit that there were a ton of people who are burned by the exact same thing. So you weren't alone.
Yeah.
And did you not get
also-
something that
I
you
also-
wanted out of those as well?
I got
Anyway.
2 legendary skins.
Yeah, so
2
it wasn't
legendary
a-
skins.
It wasn't a waste.
Yeah. It wasn't a waste at all. It's fine. I still had fun. Opening boxes is fine. Same reason, like the new Hearthstone expansion that's been announced, and it's like £35, and you can get 50 packs for the new expansion. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that. Fine. Right. Okay. I remember this part. Okay, I did this part with another character.
I just want to
Alright,
stop and
this is
admire
gonna
this
be
for a second,
annoying.
because this is pretty cool. This
This is
um,
going to be annoying, Thomas. We
Uh-oh.
have to like double jump glide, and these platforms teleport. So
Is this a
and disappear,
platforming
so-
puzzle in Destiny?
yeah, so you have to like sprint and then double jump and hold A. So
Okay.
all right, okay, all right. Where's the next one? Okay, right. Okay,
Where's the next one?
there's the next one.
Huh?
No, we have to be really quick because there's like one of these that is like, oh. Okay.
Made it.
Okay. All right. Just this one. Get over here. Get over here. All right. Okay.
X-Tech here, matches
Here's the halfway
signature
point.
from the Vault result of glass.
Ready?
These machines fade in and out of our timeline.
Oh, this is gonna teleport underneath us. Okay.
Ah,
Okay. Oh, there it is.
that was so
First fire
close.
inbound.
I could
Keep
feel that.
going.
I could feel that leaving from underneath us.
Ah! Did you make it?
Yeah.
Hey,
We did it.
All right.
Guardian, there are dozens of New Wolf signatures. And the number
That was pretty
keeps
different from
growing.
anything we've done.
It's the Phoenix Tech.
Yeah, that was cool.
Skolos.
It's cool for the overpowered game.
That was worth the $24.99
That was
extra,
great.
right?
Yeah. But we're playing through like 2 expansions ago, so we can't be mean. So.
No. We're not, we wouldn't be considered hardcore.
No, not at all. Alright, let's kill these guys, and then what else are we gonna talk about? Right, the future. Right, okay, the modern age
Oh yeah,
has
I forgot we were to
its
talk
flaws.
about this.
Yeah, the modern age has its flaws, but one thing we have to appreciate is stuff is just living in the first world. Certainly, stuff is just more convenient than ever. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like we take that for granted a lot. Like the fact that I can just take a picture of what I'm drinking and send it to you, and it's there instantly. And people will say, it took a couple of seconds. That's instant. That is instant.
It's pretty
That
much
is
instant.
Like how long? It took less time for it to go to Thomas's phone than it did for you to point out that it wasn't quite instant. That's how quick it was. Like, you know.
Yeah. It's good that we live in a time where cat pictures can be exchanged with impunity.
Cat pictures have kind of fallen by the wayside, I feel. I don't know, people aren't as into, oh, we have to kill these big portals. So this big thing that I'm shooting over here, we have to
Okay.
shoot it. So,
Oh yes, remember we spent
just-
a ton of time in
Yeah.
the underground and just weren't killing these?
if you have a
Sure are.
super weapon, it works really well against
Sure are a lot of enemies. They seem to keep
Yeah.
coming.
They're coming from somewhere.
Kill their doors.
Alright. There's a
But I
big
feel like
scary noise.
Americans are sort of paving the way with, you know, ridiculously futuristic things that we don't need, but that make us feel all futuristic and awesome. Like, I remember there being talk of, in fact, it probably exists right now. In fact, I'm pretty sure it does. There's an app for your phone, and you set up your home heating system and sync with it. When you're getting in the car to drive home from work, you can set the floors in your home to heat up, so that the house is nice and warm when you come in.
Okay.
Not a
I'm gonna do
necessity
my
by
super.
any stretch, but nice.
Okay, you need to revive me because I completely forgot how to do my super. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's, but have you seen Mr. Robot at all? The TV show?
I haven't, but I've heard of it. I'm trying to
It's very good.
picture
good.
where
There
I've
is
seen
a-
and heard of it.
Not spoiling anything, there is a part where a character has like their smart home hacked, and it's pretty hilarious because like every bit of their home is like on Wi-Fi.
I'm afraid
So,
I
you
can't
know,
do
it's-
that.
Not quite like that. There's a lot of like, oh, the stereo's going off. Oh, the blinds keep coming down. Oh, my fridge is, it's going crazy. Like, you know,
Well, yeah, I mean,
you know.
there comes the point where we have to ask: are we becoming too reliant on these
Oh,
gadgets?
we're completely, definitely we're too reliant on the internet. Have you ever had your internet go off for like a day?
Oh yeah, you
Without
feel like
even
you're
realizing it, it'll.
you feel like you're in the dark
Yeah.
ages. And I'm convinced. Right, see if the internet went down worldwide for an hour, we'd all be eating each other. Like that's what would happen. We can't cope without it. Like Tumblr, we cannot cope without Tumblr, JD. What will tell us what to feel?
I think we could cope without it.
We
But like,
definitely can.
I don't know if we'd eat each other. I think people would get really, like, exasperated without the internet.
The House of Wolves is broken.
Oh, is he
Stand
dead?
by for
Did you kill him?
transmission.
Got him with a golden gun.
This is Morrisol,
Oh, nice.
Queen of the Awoken.
Whee!
Guardian, when you first came in search of the Black God,
Ooh,
I thought
lasers.
of you as just another mote of light.
too far from its travel. I see now
yeah.
that I was wrong.
Um,
Accept my thanks and the promise of a fitting
Technology
reward.
good, mostly.
technology good.
Brainstorm us
Technology
to
very good.
Fire hot.
Future amazing.
I almost
Like,
feel
I mean,
sorry for
convenience
so
always
lost
seems to
here.
drive technology, if that makes any
Conversations with
sense.
the
Like,
Queen can be
anytime, I always have the
harsh.
same reaction anytime an app
Anyway, I'll meet you
or
at the
like a
fort
website changes the
with
way it
your
looks. I
reward.
nearly always go, ugh, what have they done? Ugh, it's different.
Yeah.
Oh god, it now takes twice as long. Like YouTube is notorious for this, where it's like, oh okay, so when I load up, it shows my subscriptions, and then they changed it to, it shows you what's trending. About a year ago, I hated that, and I'm like, ugh, so I had to set like a quick bookmark to specifically my subscriptions.
Yeah.
Now I find myself going in and going to the trending section to see what's trending, and that's purely just because I'm like, I'm bored. I don't want to watch anything from my subscriptions today. Well, what's everyone else doing?
Yeah, I mean, there comes a point where if you have enough free time, you have pretty much watched everything. Like, when you reach the point where you're caught up with each of your subscribed channels, you're waiting a long time for new stuff, so you need to find, something.
I think, and this might be a tiny, tiny bit of a dig at just maybe YouTube's monetization system, or just
The
like the
YouTube
way
overlords
online
will hear
content
us
goes.
and pull our channel.
Whenever I go to like check my subscriptions now, and I see that like I'm subscribed to like lots of channels and stuff, very rarely do I actually sit down and watch some of their stuff. There's a lot of times where videos come up and it's like, oh, they've got a new video. Nah, and I just choose not to watch it, even though they've uploaded like 2 videos a day, or like,
Yeah.
you know, like, and I don't know what it is. There's some channels that like, I love the creators, and like I loved a lot of their past videos, but they come out with new stuff, and I'm just like, I have no urge to watch it. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Do you have that with any of the people you're subscribed to, or is it just me?
Sometimes, I mean, you go through phases, right? So I might go through a week where I'm like, I just want to rewatch some JonTron. So I'm just going to watch 1 or 2 a day. And I'm not even going to touch my other channels. Like, even if there's something new, I'm just in that mindset where I want the type of content that JonTron makes. Yeah, sometimes you just can't be bothered keeping up. But I do get round to watching them again. Like, if I'm subscribed, I typically do get round to watching most of what they put out.
Uh-oh, I accidentally destroyed my rocket launcher. Oh, that's embarrassing.
JD, what are you doing?
I had like a rocket launcher, I just destroyed
What are you
it.
doing? What are you doing?
Okay. Right, let me
Shall
look. I
we?
think that's basically, that is like nearly all I'm looking to see. That's basically the House of Wolves content. We've done,
We did
we
this.
have one House of Wolves strike to do that we're a little overpowered for, because you have to be like level 20 for it.
Okay.
I'm looking just to see if there's anything else at all. Otherwise, we can just basically start the Taken King right now. What's that?
Yeah.
What are you? What does that do?
The Taken King.
Let's say fell. Lakelands, Fallen Peak. Yeah, okay. There's like stuff in Earth that we can't go to because we don't have Rise of Iron.
I have a question, I do. How do you
Go for it.
change... You see the way your nameplate has like a custom sort of pattern on it? Where do you customize that?
In equipment. So let me see. Go press start.
Yep.
Then, do you see in the bottom left of your sort of character screen? There's like an arrow.
Yep. Oh, here we are.
On the right hand side, it'll be under
Oh, there it is.
emblem.
Okay. I'm gonna match yours. We're twinsies.
Oh, do we have the same one?
Yeah, we're twinsies.
I'm changing.
So, we are starting the Taken King.
Alright, yeah, we'll start Taken King. Just so you know, this has lots of cutscenes, so it's actually quite cool.
Okay. Wait, the most important question of all, is there Nathan Fillion?
There's lots of Nathan Fillion in this, actually.
Well,
I've played maybe the first 4 missions of the Taken King, and I really liked it. Like, I really like Taken King.
we can just sit back, shut up, and let the viewers listen to Nathan Fillion's voice instead of ours for a change.
This energy drink, it goes down really easy, and it's very blunt. Oh,
The moment the traveler died.
oh, okay. I have to be very quiet because I accidentally took subtitles off.
Before there had never been
Story time.
There had never been a guardian. I don't know much about the traveler, but I know it made me to bring you back. And I spent a really, really long time searching for you.
This is Nolan North.
Not the
They replaced Dinklebot.
As I saw the other groups find their guardians, and the centuries went by, I wondered if I'd ever find you. And then, I did.
I remember everything about the day I was born.
There's the Pillar of Autumn.
I still bear the scars.
Actually, this is the start of Revenge of the Sith.
The awoken are now,
It is.
and I am their queen.
It's just missing the war drums.
You know what's disappointing? In Halo Reach, they had a great level where you were in a spaceship and you flew around shooting stuff. And
I
they
was
never
just-
put it in the multiplayer of Halo Reach. They never put it in anything else.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Wouldn't it have been great if they had like space battles in Destiny? Like with the ships that you get? Like I'm
Yeah.
not the first person to say that by a very, very, very large margin. Um,
Yeah, I'd imagine that.
but sci-fi space battles would be cool.
I like sci-fi space battles, as you know.
You've been known to play games that simulate
Keep our beautiful
space dogfights.
safe.
On occasion
And now this beast has come
of the Star Wars variety.
to be king.
Ooh.
Marasav bows to no one.
You always get that in a lot of fiction of people nodding without much emotion to kind of convey "do it" or "yes," but you never really see it in
Do
real
it.
life.
Do it. Yeah. Well, it's sort of similar to the thing in anime, where to signify sort of angst, people will just go, ugh. Like they'll make noises instead of saying
Yeah.
how they feel.
Or if they're nervous, there's a big giant sweat droop on the back of their head.
Yeah, so that we can see it. Ah.
It's Lady.
You and I know
She
how
is
this
it Lady?
There's the Taken King.
knows
Crota's
he
dad.
escaped from that
He has wings.
pit.
Mm-hmm. I think it's Crota's dad. I'm probably wrong.
He looks so powerful. Oh, they're Death Starring. She's like, oh crap, brace for impact.
Oh, butterscotch.
It appears we're about to be wiped out.
Oh, it's man.
Not man.
Played their part.
Remember, man.
Okay.
I remember.
This
You need to watch the new season and get caught up. It's great.
part of the plan.
He is standing in space. He can breathe in space. What is he?
Why would he need wings? Why would he need wings in space? Space is
That's
no gravity. What's
that's
he
kind of
doing?
cool, having the hole in the
The Ring
asteroid
of
belt.
Saturn. That is neat.
Yeah.
That is neat. Is that scientifically possible? Could you break that with a bowl like that?
I'd have to ask a scientist.
Oh, this mojito energy drink is actually, you know what it's like? This is disgusting, but do you know what the taste just reminds me of?
What?
You know whenever you brush your teeth and then you quickly just rinse
This
your mouth
already
out
sounds
with-
terrible.
You brush your teeth and then you need to like put a little bit of extra water in your mouth to rinse it out and spit. That's what it tastes like actually. That last little bit.
Out of all the things you've
So-
said, that's probably the worst. This does
But
not
I'm really
make me want to
finished it.
drink this.
I miss Monster. Monster, please sponsor me. I have one viewer right now, and I promise you I can get them to buy a Monster if you sponsor me.
Just anyone listening, just send JD the giant crate of Monster, like a year's worth supply of Monster, and we'll just love you forever.
Remind me to put on subtitles after this, because I feel bad talking
Okay.
in the cutscene. Right.
That's my ship.
Setting down on Phobos now.
I'm in the story.
I'll be monitoring your feed, Ghost. Good luck to you both.
This is the moon, right?
Yes. Possibly. They sent us somewhere. No, this is Mars. It started on Mars, I think.
Okay.
All right, the Taken King.
New step.
Right,
Okay.
okay, first thing I'm doing.
Where are we?
Accessibility. What is subtitles enabled? All right, so that if I'm talking over anything and anyone cares about the story, I won't be interrupting it.
Yeah. Don't blame
Alright.
us.
I think we're on one of Mars's moons. Or maybe
Ah!
just the wreckage of a ship.
Okay.
Poor little fella, he died.
Poor little failure.
Evacuating with extreme prejudice.
This is a very steep hill.
Torn up down here.
So the Cabal are here, but they're all like,
Cabal. Oh, I have a viewer.
right here. Right, in we go.
It occurs to me that anytime we say that, we scare them away.
I tend not to acknowledge them when they come in.
I can feel it.
Yeah, it's gone. Right, okay. Let's just focus on the game.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh yes, space battles and such. It would have been like, I'm shocked that they didn't think like, oh, or maybe they did, but they cut it. Maybe they did have space battles planned. That's why they've, like, you know, they come up with all these crazy ship designs, and then maybe at some point in development they went, we can't, you know, we'll have to take it out if you want
Yeah.
this. So.
I mean, I can sort of see why they would be reluctant, because it's quite different from the way the game... Like, it'll be different from 90% of the way the rest of the game plays. So it would probably be hard to... I don't know, it'd be probably hard to factor that in.
I don't know. I mean, it would make sense thematically. But you know, I mean, it's like, I know it would be massively difficult, but I mean, couldn't it have been akin at all to just even just having it like, instead of a menu to select a planet, you know, just have it like you drive around like an overworld with your ship and stuff, you know?
Yeah,
Little
I think
space
that's the
hub or
one
something.
thing. I think that's the one thing that this game, like, say we're just gonna take this as a first-person shooter, right? Forget the space stuff. They should at least let you fly around your ship, like from place to place. I think that is what it's missing. Like, your ship is essentially a menu option. That's what it's reduced to.
It's a load. It's a loading
What would be
screen.
cool though
Oh,
is
there's,
if
there's the king. Do you see
you
him,
could
Thomas?
walk.
Do you see the
Oh,
king?
wow, he's big. If you could walk around inside your ship as it's maybe on autopilot to different locations, and there's like stuff you could customize, like actually on your ship, that'd be cool. Maybe for
You're
the
thinking of
sequel.
Mass Effect, aren't you?
Yeah. Just, yeah, I didn't realize, but yeah, I'm pretty much describing Mass Effect. Oh,
It would give you more to do, I guess, than just the strikes and raids and stuff.
I may be wrong about this, but I'm almost certain that they added something like that in the Old Republic, like space battles. I'm pretty sure I heard about that. I'll look
Have you
into
gone
it.
back and played Old Republic since that one time you played it?
Oh yeah, I've gone through 2 phases with that game, but when we're going to play it, spoiler, I'm gonna make a new character, so that
I'm
we're
gonna make
you
a
know
new character too.
on the same playing field.
I'm gonna make a new character too, because I think I made a Sith thingy, but then it like kept crashing on my old machine. So
Something about the combat in the
Like
game
that-
is just very addictive to me.
really,
Anytime I go to play it, I end up playing it way more than I intended to.
that used to happen with me in World of Warcraft for a very long time. It used to be like my my Sunday let's just sit down and not do anything game.
Yeah.
Like I sit
I
down
mean,
and play it for an hour, and then it's
If
only
an,
Monday morning.
if an MMO is doing its thing right, the way I always get roped into playing more is, oh, I just need to turn this in, and while I'm here, I might as well buy this item from this store that I'm not at very often. Oh, but then there's this quick quest I could do. Like, there's just this one more thing that I need to do. Just keeps you going.
Whoa, there's a taken cabal here.
Taken. Okay. Oh, he's over here. They're hunters
Yeah.
from that game.
Okay, well I'll definitely have to give Old Republic a try. Oh, do you know what I noticed as well? In preparation for playing a little bit of Heroes of the Storm, I played Heroes of the Storm. You know the way how there's that game Paladins that is totally not a ripoff of Overwatch, like at all.
Yes, totally not a ripoff.
At the start of matches in that, they ride to the battlefield on horses.
Yeah, I saw that. That's really weird.
That's from Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm,
Is it?
there are mounts, and your default mount is a little brown horse that looks like the horse in Paladins. Like, I couldn't believe it. I looked at it and I was like, that looks like Paladins. And then I kind
think-
of realized, like, wait, no.
I think a few people who are working on Paladins may have played some Blizzard games in their time.
I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with imitation, but, like,
A lot of it though, like
It's
it's so similar. Like even like little obscure stuff like the abilities that certain characters have, it's like that's Overwatch.
it's just, like, we all, you know, there are lots of clones out there, but, like, I mean, I haven't played Paladins, but just watching the footage of it and just seeing, like, they've like clearly just been like, right, we've taken this character and tried to design it as differently as possible, and then you see it in action and it's like, that's quite clearly
Yeah,
Roadhog.
you know
Just
that they're
made
starting.
Roadhog.
You know their starting point is this Overwatch character. How can we make it different enough to get away with it, kind of thing. But
Yeah.
at that point, you're making a game where, and I always question why they even bother doing this, because you end up with a game where people go, okay, I could be playing Overwatch, a much better game. Why would I
mean,
play this?
I mean, maybe trying to, like, cash in on, you know, I can understand trying to cash in on another game's popularity and success, but it's like
Oh, yeah.
you're all
Maybe
you're doing
hoping
is
for
just,
some
like, yeah,
Brand confusion or something like that.
possibly, but with a game that's as iconic as Overwatch, all you're doing is inviting, you know, all the vigor and, like, vitriol of, like, the people who are hardcore fans of the thing you're ripping off. So, like, why
Like
not make
you.
yourself slightly more distinct? Yeah, like, man, it doesn't bother me. I'm just not gonna play it because it just looks like a really subpar version of Overwatch. I'd be really
Yeah.
mad if I was, like, a little kid who was like, I want Overwatch, and then, like, my parents bought me Paladins, and, like, all my friends are there playing Overwatch, and I'm there with Paladins, like,
It's like
you know.
when we were talking about the elderly relatives that go to buy video games. Army Fighter 7. I heard you wanted paladins. It's what all
This is
the
the one
kids-
you. This is the one you wanted. It's like,
I asked the
I
man
got
in the
you-
store, and he said they're all playing paladins. And he was just like, he was just making a joke out of it.
there's like that there's a film company, and I can't remember what their name is, but they specialize in just making rip-off movies to cash in on popularity. Like the movie Legends comes out that is about the Cray twins, so they make a movie called The Crays
Oh
just
yeah.
in time for it. You
That's
know,
been
they
around
made
forever.
Transmorphers. They made Transmorphers. Like I know
And
that.
Kung Fu Panda had the Little Panda Fighter movie.
Yeah.
Straight to DVD, you know, stuff.
Purely for that market of, this is the one you wanted.
That market essentially exists to full relatives who are buying gifts for other people. Like, I can only imagine
100%.
those are the only people who buy them. It looks just
100%.
enough like the thing to confuse them, but if it was the person who was actually looking for said thing, I mean, you could tell, like, straight away.
One of my weapons upgraded.
Your weapon! Strike me down with your Jedi weapon.
Yeah. So, yeah, Heroes of the Storm. I played a bit more of it this morning. I'm starting to like it.
Starting to get
I've
into
never
it.
really, yeah, I've never really liked MOBAs. I don't understand their popularity. Like, I mean, I tried League of Legends. It was just overwhelming, and I just like when I hear about how it's a massive esport and it's just like there's streamers,
Yeah.
and love it, and it's League of Legends, blah, blah, blah. Like I'm just like, it's neat, but I don't see how this can. I don't get why it's so popular, and I think that just means I'm old. I'm an old man.
The thing that gets me with MOBAs, I like the idea of them, and I have enjoyed playing some Dota 2, just casually. But the thing, I don't know if this is the case in all MOBAs, but I understand the concept of attacking on the lanes and helping your little grunt, you know, your AI controlled little, isn't it creeps? Aren't they called in most games? But
Yeah,
then there's the
mobs,
aspect
whatever.
of the game where you go back to your home base and you buy stuff. And I think Awesome Knots did it really well because it was like a progression, like it was a clear progression, like a percentile increase, like to your stats. In Dota 2, it was item based, and that just confused the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I cannot fathom how that system works, and that is what ultimately stopped me playing the game because that's a huge part of it.
Smite does that too. Smite is
just-
very much like.
I just don't
you've
understand
earned
what they're
enough
going
gold,
for.
Buy an upgrade. But do you know what Heroes of the Storm does nicely? And it actually states it in game, like in the training. Like the character Uther, who is in Hearthstone, who is the paladin character in Hearthstone. He's playable in Heroes of the Storms. He like takes you through the tutorial. He's like, you do not buy upgrades. You get them whenever you level up. An experience is shared between all teammates. So you'll be like out, you know, trying to keep a lane clear, and then it'll pop up and say new talent available, and you just press N, and the little menu comes up, and you're able to choose a little upgrade, and that's it. And it happens, and I liked that. I think that's probably what makes me like it a bit more.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a huge Blizzard fanboy. Like I love Warcraft lore and Diablo.
Did you just say you're a huge Blizzard fanboy?
I am a big Blizzard fanboy. I really like them.
I just never
Sorry.
heard you utter that before.
I am. I just am. I'm sorry. Like I love World of Warcraft. I'm terrible at World of War. I love all their games. I'm terrible at all of their games, but I love them. I'm sorry. Like they have like the best polish. Oh wait, here, Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion. He's got a dick on his head.
We have Bag of Pete in the chat, by
Look
the
at
way.
Nathan Fillion. Look at Nathan Fillion.
Until we understand what we're dealing with.
It is Nathan Fillion.
Bag of Pete. What do you think of Nathan Fillion's head?
Is it an improvement over his real head? Hey, it's that. That looks like the woman from the tower.
Yeah, she
that
was
her?
the woman who like direct. Yes. Okay, so in the first expansion we fight Crota, and she like leads us through the fight against Crota. So This dude we're fighting now is Crota's dad. That's why she's back being all like, "Oh, you thought that guy was bad. Where do you see
this guy?
And like Nathan Fillion's like, I don't care.
Kill these
It's Unicorn Nathan Fillion. He's got a big horn in his
Whatever
head.
you kill, Oryx will replace.
Her mascara's running really badly.
How do we get past that weapon?
without ending up like the Awoken.
I gotta go, see about a ship.
Cade,
Bye.
discussion is not yet concluded.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm leaving.
It's crazy that the first two expansions did not have cutscenes. Maybe they did in the raids that we never played, but like the main storyline had quite a few cutscenes, like with the Queen and that. But the Taken King, like we've had like two really lengthy cutscenes, which is kind of cool. We haven't paid attention to them, and we've just.
To the game's credit, it went to effort to make cutscenes. We just haven't been listening. But yeah, I think that was probably a conscious effort to win back some people, because from what I've heard, the Taken King is meant to be a sort of pseudo reworking of the game. Is there much truth in that? I mean, I didn't play much of it originally, so I don't know like what has actually changed. Apart from
really like
Dinklebot.
cutscenes. Yeah. Experience seems to be a lot easier to get. Like I've just noticed that leveling. I mean, that might just be because I'm playing it with you, but leveling up is definitely a lot better this time.
Okay.
I really like cutscenes as like a thing in games. Like when cutscenes became like a thing in games back in the mid '90s. Whenever it was like, oh, you beat a boss, cutscene, and you have to like just put your controller down and then just sit back and be like, really happy I beat that boss.
You're rewarded with a visual delight.
Yeah. It was nice. It was nice, and I really liked it.
Like this cutscene right here
Yeah, that's a great cutscene.
that we've seen 100 times.
Right. Let's go trade our things in.
Oh, it's
This
nice
place
and
looks
sunny.
different.
Yeah.
Doesn't this look different? Did they change this?
I don't know.
Maybe they did. Oh, well, they did just launch a new expansion. Maybe they did change it.
It does look a bit different. I'm sure I'll notice when I'm working on episodes 14 and 15 at the minute, so I'll probably see the tower the way it used to be, if there is a change.
Ooh.
Engrams, please. Decode my engrams. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, it looks like I have a new pistol. 149, you say? That is quite a high attack value. I believe I will take it. No. Just gotta scrap some stuff. Okay. Have you got much to do here?
No. I am gonna go look and see if there are any new shaders we can get, though.
Shaders? I'll come with you.
Yeah, the thing that changes the color of your armor, because I don't really like the color of my armor. I'm a real... you know what Blizzard do well?
Put out the same skin
They
a few
ma-
times, but change the color.
No, not necessarily. Maybe more so in Warcraft, and you'll probably find this yourself with, the Old Republic. They make getting new equipment really fun and seeing what it looks like really fun and really cool. Ooh, how much is this one? Yeah, can I see what that one looks on?
The only thing that bothered me
No.
slightly with the Old Republic,
Mm-hmm.
when I went to make a new character, I was disappointed to find that you have to unlock, or maybe you have to pay for some of them. The alien races. Like, the only thing really available to you is human and maybe one other, I think. I'll need to look into it, but I think you can buy them. But I know a few of them definitely have said that you need to unlock them.
Because I I whatchamacallit, whenever I created a character, I was able to do a Darth Maul race thing.
Darth Maul.
Yeah, whatever his race is.
Oh,
One boy.
Zabrak, I think it's called.
Yeah.
I believe it's called a Zabrak.
Like, yeah. Did is that not supposed to? Oh, can you create a Wookiee character? Can I make a Wookiee?
That's what I don't actually know. I never thought of that. I'm sure there must be
Can't make a
Wookiees in the game.
I want to be a Wookiee. Let's see.
You still down here?
Okay. Yeah, I bought a new shader. Let me see. I'll put it on now.
Well, maybe mess with that myself.
I mean, I'm a member of the blue team.
Okay, this is more yellow than I thought it would be. I'm gonna change it back. I seem to remember before that you had to apply the shader to each individual item or each
Nope.
part of your outfit. No?
You're thinking of Diablo. Diablo
Okay,
does that,
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
which is also very fun. I did like just being able to like buy a like gold is funny in Diablo. It doesn't serve a purpose other than, well, I guess you craft with it, but it's funny whenever you go to buy health potions and it's like 100 gold a potion and you have like you roll up with like 10 100,000 gold.
Yeah, close to 1,000,000 gold. It's like nothing. Yeah, you
See
do.
what these dudes want.
You accumulate a lot, and the stuff doesn't cost. The stuff that you do need to buy doesn't cost very much, so it almost feels pointless.
Alright, what's this person want?
Titan Vanguard.
Stand strong, Guardian.
I was watching some No Man's Sky gameplay a while back, and I noticed
Yeah?
that they seem to have imitated Destiny's menu. You know, where the elements
Yeah?
are sort of on like a forward, you know, they're on different layers, and you use a sort of mouse to move around. Thought that was interesting.
Wait, who has copied this?
No Man's Sky.
Oh. Oh, okay. Right, let's go back up to.
Because I remembered we were talking about it before, and I hadn't actually seen anything besides a 30-second trailer, so I thought I'd look into it.
Yeah.
Especially with the whole controversy around it.
I honestly I remember months and months ago, like I want to say maybe like 2 months before No Man's Sky came out, and my friend telling me about it because I had heard of it. I wasn't really that interested as soon as I heard that it wasn't coming to Xbox. I was kind of like, okay, whatever. But then I remember my friend who's like a PC gamer being massively, massively, massively hyped for it, and I was just like, it sounds neat, but I don't get why you're so hyped. He's like, no, you don't understand. It's gonna be the best thing ever. Like, ugh. And I was
You
just
don't
like, "Sounds like a
understand,
neat,
man."
You know, it's like it's a space exploration game, and it'll be neat. Like, it's gonna be amazing. Like, I was like, okay, I'll wait for it to come out and then see what it feels like. And then the fact that it was too big to fail, and then it came out and was just, it.
Here's
So-
right. I am someone who was never invested in it from the beginning because I just didn't. I need more to go on, and I think that's what happened. Like, there was a 30-second teaser. I think maybe some things were exaggerated in the way the guy, the head designer, whatever he is, the way he described it. I think the hype just got way out of control. Like, it was hyped to a level that the game was never going to be able to reach because it is an indie game at the end of the day. That's not to say indie games are bad, but you have to accept the fact that they have a limited budget. Like, they don't have like a big publisher backing them. I mean, it sort of set it up to fail in a way. Like, and it's not the game's fault. It's probably mostly not the game's fault, but I think people built it up too much, and that's just what happened. It just got way out of control.
Is the main PR guy or sort of the main developer? Is that guy called Sean Murray? Have you
Yes,
ever like?
that's his name.
Right. I remember watching interview footage like about a couple of weeks after it came out, and it is shocking some of the things that he's saying will be in the game.
Yeah.
Like, where people are asking, like, you know, will you be able to see your friends in the game? And he's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
There is something
it's
very
like-
fishy about the way he answers those questions, I have to say.
like he's probably not doing them like maliciously, like I'm gonna hoodwink them, but he's probably just like, maybe he just either didn't know or he just didn't want to look like, you know, maybe he had been briefed and been told like, you know, to try and like set their expectations high, but don't, you know, overhype it. But he was just like, like he's not strictly saying that they won't be in the game or that they will be. He's just kind of like, yeah.
Dancing around the question,
yeah.
kind of. You know what actually did annoy people on that note, and you've just reminded me that about the whole multiplayer thing. I forgot about that. It was sort of part of the huge hype. It was sort of assumed, but never stated, that this thing was going to be MMO in nature, where you could run into other players in this randomly
Yeah.
generated universe. Which, first of all, it's a randomly generated universe. I would think that would be a pretty miraculous feat to pull off in the first place. But anyway, the game itself shipped, you know, the physical copy of the game. It released in this nice big deluxe looking box. On the back, you know, at the back of the game boxes where it sort of states what features they all have. There's like a little table that shows you, and multiplayer is usually one of those. There was a sticker covering part of that table, saying, you know, and people pulled that sticker off, and underneath it did say that it supported online play with other players.
Well, here's
People
the
do
thing.
not know what to
here's
make
what
of
I
that.
here's what I understand in terms of its online multiplayer functions. If you discover, you know, a species of alien that is procedurally generated and that is generated in other games, if you're the first one to find it, you can name it. Same thing for the ships. Although from what I've heard, the procedurally generated animals and ships aren't that exciting, and that
Yeah, very
typically
samey
you're very
is what
rarely
I
going to
heard.
be. Yeah, they're very samey. So I can understand why that would justify them putting in this supports online play, because there's probably leaderboards and stuff like that. So, you know, even stuff like it will require like the internet to use. That's probably what they mean by
Yeah.
online play. I mean, it'll say like usually if a game has like multiplayer, it usually says like, you know, 12 to 16 players,
Yeah.
or, you know, 1 to 4.
That's just what I was just thinking. I can't remember exactly what it said onto the sticker. It may have been something along the lines of a player count, like supports this number of players. I can't remember exactly. I need to look it up. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure.
If it does that, if it did that where it tells you exactly how many play, like, you know, that thing, I would be really massively annoyed.
It's sort
You
of
know?
it's a situation where I don't remember exactly what it said, but I remember when I looked at what it said onto the sticker, my assumption would have been, okay, I can play this with other people, like whatever it said, and sort of implied that. But I need to look it up and find out exactly what it said, because it was a while ago and I can't remember. But
Yeah. I don't remember what it said, but it made me angry.
it made me angry at the time, so it must have been justified. But yeah, I mean, it's always a bit. Well, I say always. It's a little suspect to get a game box with something covered up. Like it almost feels like a last minute revision.
The door's already open, King.
Like, I mean, did they have multiplayer and then cut it, or what was the situation with that?
It had to be a part of the conversation at one point. I mean, you don't make like a big open world game like that and say, oh, you know. I mean, the name itself, No Man's Sky, which, you know, is kind of like it's up for the taking if anyone wants it. So,
Yeah,
you know. I thought it was multiplayer. I remember part of the hype of my friends saying like, oh, you're gonna be able to, like, these ships and everyone's gonna be able to fly around. It's like, ooh. And then I remember seeing when it launched, and I remember seeing footage about it, like just guys walking around lasering rocks. And I remember looking at it being like, that looks just...
that should be like an IGN quote on the back of the box. Just guys walking around lasering rocks.
I would love to do review blurbs for games. You know.
We've come up with a few good review blurbs for games in our time. Inadvertently,
How
of
would
course.
you... let's see. Blurb... Yeah, here's a blurb for Overwatch. It's Pixar meets Team Fortress.
Yep.
It's Pixar meets Team Fortress. This is a really high lift. This is taking ages to get up to the top.
I was wondering
Are
where
you
you
at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got in the lift.
Okay, I guess
So
I'll have to wait for it.
I'd like to hope that you teleport up.
Nope. That would appear not. There, I'm on my way up now. I can see your name way up there. But yeah, that was a bit of a controversy. But there always seems to be a controversy in the world of games.
Can you remember, and we've probably already talked about this, any game where you completely bought into the hype, bought it, and then were massively disappointed?
I know you have. I just can't remember
it's happened
my.
to me.
Yeah, I remember you being really excited for Brutal Legend, and then
Yeah.
not that it
That's
wasn't
one.
a good game, but it wasn't. You know, it didn't live up to what it was supposed to be.
No.
I think for a
Not
lot
at
of
all.
people.
Did not. No. It. I thought it was gonna be a hack and slash platformer. It starts off
Sort of
like that.
RTS like, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah, that's the disappointing part, is that it starts off like that, and then turns into a really crappy RTS. Turns into a really... Like they bit off more than they could chew with the RTS qualities of it. Like it should not have been an RTS.
it sort of sounds like to me, because I played the demo of that game, and there were no RTS elements in that demo from what I can recall. It just felt like a third-person action, you know, hack 'em up, like you were saying.
Yeah, that's what it
So
was.
that's why I was surprised
That's what it was
when-
advertised as.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when you told us about it. I remember you coming in and telling us about this when it first came out and saying, oh yeah, there's like RTS elements. And I was like, what? That sounds really bizarre to me.
Yeah. And like at first the RTS was like, oh okay, neat. And then like you get to like the end of the game and it's like, oh god, we gotta do this RTS stuff. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
Hey
of a
look,
game
there's
that
like a
Oh.
there's like a playing card here.
playing
Queen of
card.
clubs. Just there. It's really odd.
Yeah, that is weird.
Where do we go?
I'm
Oh,
trying
we're
to
going
think
here.
of an
Oh, okay.
instance where I was really disappointed. I'm struggling to think of one.
I have another instance. And you'll laugh at me
Oh,
for
well,
it.
you go ahead. Oh, wait,
Duke
I think I
Nukem.
know what this is. Yeah. I forgot about
Duke
that.
Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
Duke
Oh
Nukem.
dear. Forever, isn't it called?
Duke Nukem forever. Like I played Duke Nukem games as a kid, and like it was always a laughing point of, oh, that game will never come out. And then they were like, we're gonna make it, and I was like, are you sure you want to? And then they had a trailer for it, and the trailer looked really good. The trailer looked amazing. Like it was like, ooh, it looks like a good shooter. And then I played it, and it was boring. Like, so like I have no problem with a game being a little offensive, like if it's kind of tongue in cheek and you know, if it kind of earns it and it's kind of like, oh, the shock value. But Duke Nukem was like shocking and like and tasteless, but also boring. Like if the gameplay was fun and like it had, if you died, the load times, Thomas, it was like a minute and a half to get back into the game. And oh, hold on, let's see. If I remember
Oh,
correctly, there's a part here that's really hard.
Things like long load times can really kill a game for me.
Now, Thomas, when we jump over there, there's gonna be a guy that
Okay.
will knock you off. So I'm gonna throw a grenade.
I'm gonna throw a grenade. Bounce it in. Oh, I think it hit something.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah!
Yeah, we got him. See, he like hides right there. I remember playing this part by myself. I died quite a bit, just trying to
That
like
is a-
angle it.
That is a jerk move. Yeah, I remember you distinctly, but I remember you being disappointed by things a lot. I remember you coming in and being disappointed with that.
Yeah, it's why now I'm very skeptical of games and why I like almost never buy anything at launch.
Yeah. I mean, we live in a time when they can essentially patch anything, so they just sort of half-ass it and send it out the door. It's like, oh, we'll fix it later, kind of thing.
I think the only things I typically buy now at launch, I bought Overwatch at launch because the beta was so much fun, and everyone was telling me like, this is basically the game, and I was like, I'd like to play more of that forever. So I bought it.
Being the Blizzard fanboy that you are.
Yeah, and like other stuff that I've never Warcraft expansions. I've never played a Warcraft expansion at launch. I'm not even planning to get Legion at all. Like I've heard it's so much better than the last one, but the last one left such a bad taste in my mouth that I was like, I'm okay. I've played enough Warcraft for my life.
You're just burned out on it at this point. That nothing could really.
Yeah.
I mean, short of maybe a full-blown sequel, nothing's really going to bring you back.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you, BlizzCon? They're adding another class to Diablo. Diablo 3. There's a new class.
Oh, really?
Coming.
Okay, that's a surprise because that game's not, I mean, that's a few years old.
I can't remember what it's called, but I remember it's paid. It's a paid class. I don't think there's any new story content or like. I think they're just adding more arcadey things and more, they're improving it and buffing and stuff, which is fine. I
don't mind that for Diablo, honestly. I mean, to me, it's not really the story itself that was memorable. It was us four, like, going through it.
That was fun.
Do you know what the new class is?
I think it's a roguish assassin-y type thing. Hold on. 1 second. Siri. Okay. Right, well, don't interrupt.
Shut up and listen, Siri!
Siri, what is the new class coming to Diablo 3?
Checking my sources.
Alright, okay, shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the technology of the future that we were talking about being applied.
Right. Here we go.
I'll just look out at the nice sky.
You look at that sky. Here. With BlizzCon over, the Necromancer class is coming.
Necromancer.
So, okay, it was a class in Diablo 2. It's coming back.
Oh, a returning class.
Yeah, I'm excited for that Necromancer.
Yeah. Any idea on a price point for that?
Oh, I've already put my phone down.
No, that's okay. We'll check it later.
I'd have to pick it up to read that.
That's all the way over
my
there.
phone is. You ever see those things on like Reddit, like Ask Reddit, where it's like, oh, the closest thing to your left is a weapon.
Yes.
In the zombie apocalypse, what do you have? And every time those come up, it's like a glass of water, like
a pillow. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, well. It's like, I'll be all right because I've got a 12 gauge beside me because I'm.
Oh yeah, there's always someone like that. That's like, it wasn't right next to you. You had to go into your gun showroom.
Yeah. My new favorite subreddit is one just called I Am Very Badass, which is just about people like that on the internet who are like, a clown better not come to my school or I'll stab his face in with this, and it's like a picture of like a knife that he's like taken out of the kitchen, and it's like, right, okay, kid.
Okay. We believe you. Yeah,
Better not
you see a lot of
near
that.
me or I'll kill him.
I would not even hesitate for a second. And these are the people who like go out for their milk to the shop in the morning, and the cashier says hello, and they're like, very well, thank you.
Like, what's that guy? Oh, there's a video I have to show you. Have you seen the Real Life Mac?
The Real Life Mac?
Yeah, there's a video of my friend, who loves Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There's a video of like a guy.
Oh, Mac from Always Sunny.
Yeah, it's like the Real Life Mac. It's like there was a fight happening on a train, and there's this guy who I think is kind of like a homeless hipster who was just carrying a samurai sword, and like he like broke up the fight with a samurai sword. And when they're like interviewing him at the end, like the guy like Rob McElhenney from Always Sunny like retweeted it, being like, "Oh my God, Mac is real," because the guy in the interview is like demonstrating the sword, and he's like, he actually says like, "I had a 5-point plan for how to take them down, just in case like someone else wanted to join in and come in." I'm just You know, like I used to have a real affinity for knives when I was a kid, but as I got older, I decided to take up the art of the katana. Like, I'll have to find it.
Here's Mac.
It's really good. We talked about this before. Did you ever watch Kitchen Gun?
Kitchen Gun? No.
Kitchen Gun,
What's
the
that?
sketch? No? Kitchen Gun?
What's it from?
It's like a sketch. I don't know what TV show it's from, but it's got your man, Peter Serafinowicz, in it. Like, it's like a Sillet Bang parody where instead of like having like a, you know, a detergent, it's a gun that cleans things. So literally, you know, he's like this woman's like, my kitchen's so dirty, and like Peter Serafinowicz shows up and he's all, I'm here to help with Kitchen Gun. And it's just bang, 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 and he like fires like a real gun at the stains on her counter. It gets rid of the stains, but leaves 3 huge bullet holes, but it's all lovely and clean.
Yeah.
And it's like bang, 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 and the dirt is gone. And it's thanks to Kitchen Gun. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh no!
Yeah, I fell off. I fell off the map. I'm just trying to be
Got you. I'm probably gonna die in a
bang,
second.
bang, bang. Like my toilet is filthy. Bang, bang, bang. Kitchen Gun.
Kitchen Gun.
You can just picture him like, you know.
Killed him.
Oh, I leveled up.
Shot
kill
him
the
in the
boss?
head. Yep, I used the golden gun.
That thing seemed pretty massive. The Oryx must still be holding a grudge for us. You know, killing Crota.
Never fails.
On the Dreadnought. You find my stealth drive?
That's Nathan Fillion.
Are you sure it's still here?
It's like
Okay, let us examine what we have got.
5982, Ghost.
Oh, upgrade available. Gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. Swap out my gauntlets. That's me.
I'm having just a quick. Oh, okay. We have to get a thing over here.
Get a
Like
thing.
Yeah, Kitchen Gun's very funny. Bang, bang, bang. She's just like crying. "Ah, what are you doing?
There it is.
Just
It's a maniac.
bang, bang.
Places are always in plain sight. Transmat it out.
Bang, bang.
Just do me a favor. If you find anything else I've hidden, leave it for me. There'll be treasure enough for everyone on the Dreadnought.
I've always been a fan of Knife Wrench from Scrubs.
Knife French.
Knife Wrench for kids.
Okay.
The janitor just tapes a knife to the end of a wrench as a sort of multi-tool. Yeah. I think it's Knife Wrench. I'm pretty sure it is. Gonna Google that real quick to make sure. Knife Wrench.
Oh,
It is Knife Wrench.
I started playing the Silent Hill HD collection on PlayStation 3.
You did?
Yes, I like it. I've
Oh,
never
what did
played
you think about
Silent
it?
Hill. It's very good. I've never I'm playing just Silent Hill 2 at the minute. It's scratching the itch left by Outlast, where it doesn't quite scare the bejesus out of me, but it does just creep me out. Like, it's a really creepy game. Like, and I'm a real atmosphere junkie. Like, I love games that kind of make me go, what's going on in there? You know, I love that feeling. You know,
You know what game you might actually enjoy then is Alien Isolation. It's good at that.
Isn't this air small?
I have that. I played it up until
Artist. Can't even see the joint.
I got to the part where you had to stealth around. I want to call them foragers, but they're not foragers. They're other. You find there's other people on the ship, and I'm like trying. You have to like actually stealth around them, and I'm just not very good at that. I'll need to go back and try it again after playing Outlast. But like I got really frustrated, and I was like, I'm done with this. I'm not playing it.
Yeah.
Above Saturn's rings.
No, I get it. I think my problem with it at the time was I started on hard. I don't know why, I think in the menu it said something about the way it's meant to be played. You know, all that stuff.
Oh,
So I was like,
yeah.
okay, I'm a gamer. I'll start it on hard. Got stuck. And at the time, I'm pretty sure, at least I couldn't find a way to change the difficulty mid, save. I would have had to start the game over again, and at that point, I was maybe 4 or 5 hours in. I was just like, no. I have since dabbled a bit, and I think they actually did add the option to change it.
Just to get through that one section.
Yeah.
Dear. Alright, back to the tower we go. I'll have to go back and play through it. I used to hate that as a kid, where, you know, like, medium difficulty would be like too easy, but hard difficulty would be too hard in a game. Like,
Yeah.
you could play through the first half of the game on hard, and then you'd get to one section, and it's like, okay, I'm too far. You know.
I had a whole game's worth of experience with that, and I really distinctly remember this when I was younger. But do you remember the Fellowship of the Ring video game?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Did you find that game really hard?
Yes. Do you know what part is really hard that I never managed to beat and made me actually just throw the game away?
That wasn't the Ring Wraiths in Hobbin, was it? Or was it
Yep,
after
that's
that?
it.
Is that
That is
it?
one of the hardest one of the hardest things I think in any game. Like
Yeah.
just
That was
I
hard.
remember spending hours just trying to get around them and just being like, this, I don't even know, what am I, like...
I felt so bad. I felt so bad at games. I'm glad I wasn't alone.
No, that's so distinct in my memory as a, this is really hard, like, what's wrong with me?
You know what
You know?
I really remember about that game? As well as that being super hard, there were other bits like that too. Like stealth sections in particular were quite hard. But I remember being proud of myself for getting really far. I actually got to the Mines of Moria, and I believe you're playing as Gandalf. And
Oh, I never even got that far at all. Go on
I
ahead.
think you're playing as Gandalf, but it's really dark. What I did was I realized I hadn't saved in ages, but I had just walked off in the dark, a cliff edge. So I'm falling to my death, and I think, in that split second, I realize I haven't saved in a while. I should save now, and then it'll put me back somewhere, in the mines. I didn't realize that game uses literally like a save state feature. So if when you make a save, it saves exactly where you are, exactly what you're doing at that time. So I saved as I was falling, and that was the only save I had. So I broke the game for myself because I saved as I was falling down a pit, and there was nothing I could do. I would have had to start the whole game over again. I can't remember if I did or not, but I remember being super annoyed at that. It was like
I would be very annoyed at that.
it was like a split second reaction. I was like, oh crap, save. And then I realized what I'd done. I was like, I'm in like a death loop. This is horrible.
Oh no.
It's
I feel so
Groundhog.
bad for you.
Groundhog Day for Gandalf, falling down a pit over and over.
Hunters always have something very fine.
So yeah, that was some game. I do remember seeing the end of the game though, because I remember Peter, shout out to Peter, played it on Xbox, and I think the game actually ends at Rivendell, which I remember thinking that's a weird place for the game to end, but okay. But I had to fight like a dragon or like one of those fell beasts. It was weird. It was like stuff that never happened. Yeah, it was like stuff that never happened in the movie.
The movies or books.
Yeah, I don't think it happened in the books either. But it was the end of the game, and they needed something big and interesting to fight, so they thought, why not?
Just put a dragon, who cares?
Dragon. Dragon.
Let me know when you're ready, and then we'll go do the next mission in the Taken King, and then that'll be it.
Yep, sure. I have time for one more. Let me just decode these engrams. Take him to the Cryptarch.
Let's see what we have.
Actually, I don't have any to... Okay, yeah, I am ready. I thought I had some, but I don't. Let's go back to space.
Alright.
Returning to orbit. Bag of Pete's quiet in the chat.
Have we given him much to talk about?
Probably not.
Trying to think
But
what other
he's
games have
stuck with us.
what other games have disappointed me at launch?
Oh, not at launch, but do you remember? You maybe don't remember. There was this Sonic game that came out in the 360, and I went through this phase of I really want to play a new Sonic game because I was remembering Sonic Adventure and having fun with that. And I was like, there's this new game called, well, there's this game that's maybe about a year old at this point called Sonic Unleashed. You know, the one where he turns into like a
Yeah, I remember that.
werewolf type thing. Not very well received at all. But I was craving like a Sonic Adventure style game so badly that I was like, right, I'm gonna go over. And I think Peter was there. I don't remember if you were with us or not. But I picked it up for maybe £7, brought it home, and we all gathered around the TV like, all right, let's see what this is like. And it was such disappointment. After so much hype, and me finally giving in and getting it, and then no, it just wasn't what I expected.
Sonic the Hedgehog is like it's a dead franchise. Like, it's new games come out, but they're always terrible. Like, it's like you can kind of hear like when one is good, like when Sonic Generations is good or when Sonic Colors is good, but in general, when you hear about them, all you hear is that they are atrocious.
Oh yeah, which is a pity, because I really liked the originals. Like, I played a ton of Sonic 3. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Welcome to Sonic Team. We make games, I think.
So we actually have one more mission to do from the House of Wolves.
Oh.
I only just found it there now. Would you like to do it?
Yeah, we'll finish that off for good. This has been a big long session. This could be 3 episodes worth.
Yeah. So Duke Nukem disappointed me. Brutal Legend disappointed me.
I'm just looking at my game shelf here just to see if anything comes to mind.
There was a... I see. What was it that really annoyed me? There was a one time on the Nintendo Wii, I bought not Dr. Wakashi's brain training, but his like not the brain training, but kind of like a little school one almost, like an education-y one that kind of like it was like mini games and stuff that were supposed to like tease your brain and that. I got it for like £20, brought it home, traded it back in the next day. Like, I took it straight back the next day and bought Resident Evil 4 for the Wii. I was just shocked at how, like, it was well made, but it was really boring. It was like, this is, like, I think, and that was, like, right at the very start of, you know, is it, oh, what's it called? Not Junkware, but, is that what it's called? You know,
I know what you're thinking of. Shovelware.
What's the term? Shovelware!
That's it.
Yeah, it was like 3 months before the Nintendo Wii became Shovelware-opolis. When Resident Evil 4 was like the last good game made for the Wii. And I'm stressing the Wii here, not the Wii U. Like, this is years before, you know, the Wii even came out.
I think that's the kind of thing people think of who maybe, I want to say, don't know any better, and they're like, oh, the Wii sucks, you know, as a console. It's like, oh, Wii is for children. I think they just see all that shovelware and assume that that's what it is. Like, that's the extent of its games. But there's some great games in the Wii. Like, I think it gets written off a lot.
Punch-Out is great.
Yeah, Punch-Out is great. Punch-Out, Smash Brothers, Zelda, Mario Galaxy, both of them. great games.
Right, we have to kill 2 Taken champions. Oh no, this is part of the Taken King. What am I talking about?
What are you doing?
Oh no, we have a Venus thing to do. Alright, okay, we're actually doing a Taken King quest on patrol here. I am bad at this game.
You got all mixed up. You.
Head to Venus. I am bad at this game.
You are bad at this game. You're bad at telling me where to go and what to do. Because I can't do it myself.
We have to kill 2 Taken champions, get a curious object, 25 fallen ether, and 15 blighted ether. I don't know how to do that. We could attack the dreadnought.
But I don't want you.
Head to Venus. Alright, okay, alright. We have to head to Venus. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Fine. I guess that's fine. But what would I know?
I think. That was really disappointed me. It's been a long time since I played a Sonic game. Like, I think the last good Sonic game I got was probably Sonic Rush for the DS. I like that one.
Sonic Rush. Oh yeah, I remember that one. There was like a purple... There's like a new... I think it was a new character. Was it like a purple... Nah, I can't tell what any of the animals are in Sonic. They don't really look like what they're meant to. Was it Blaze
Ooh,
or
what's
something?
this?
I think there was a new character called Blaze.
Says here you do not have access to an activity?
What? But...
Oh, wait, okay. Right. One of the things that happened in the Taken King is they... You know the way how, like, each class has, like, a little subclass? Like, they have 2?
Yeah.
Taken King adds in a 3rd. This 3rd one you unlock by doing, like, a solo mission. So, there's, like, a thing I can unlock. Like, you can unlock your own sort of subclass. But it's a single-player story mission, so we can't actually do that one together.
Okay.
So we can either do that patrol now. So let's attack the dreadnought. I don't care.
Were
Oh, we need to be
you-
level.
Oh, dude. We're too low level?
No, we're the right level. We're the right level.
Okay. Were
But
you...
the solo thing. Go ahead.
I don't remember what you... I know you really like Batman, and you like the Arkham games. I don't really remember asking you what you thought of Arkham Origins.
Arkham Origins has grown on me. I think it's like my guilty pleasure almost, where I know Arkham City is the best out of all of the Arkham games, just from a gameplay standpoint and a story standpoint. It's really good. But I like Arkham Origins. I don't know what it is. There's something about it that, like...
John, no secret? It's my guilty pleasure one too. It's the one I go. It's the one I go back to.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's either the Christmas setting or it's just the fact that it's... I don't know. I just like this idea that it's like 8 assassins are coming after you, and you just have to like survive the onslaught of them. And I really like the different areas you go to. Like, Arkham Knight was really cool. The boss battles were a massive disappointment, and I think that maybe I might like Arkham Origins because of the boss battles. Like, I love the fight with Deathstroke in that game,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
the one
know
I
I'm
was
not
thinking of.
supposed to. It's a really cool fight. It's really hard, but like, that's what it's supposed to be. You're fighting Deathstroke, who is, you know, kind of like an evil Batman. Like, it's awesome. Oh, but the boss battles in Arkham City are awesome too, and even Arkham Asylum. Like, you know, well, Arkham Asylum boss battles are a bit basic, actually. Yeah, they are a bit basic. I mean, you have like Pop Goes the Weasel with Killer Croc.
Pop Goes the Weasel.
It is.
It is Pop Goes the Weasel.
Weasel.
Yeah.
Pop Goes the Weasel.
It's just never heard it
There's-
described that way.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know.
Oh, JD, I just thought of one.
What happened?
I just thought of one. It's probably the same for you. Fable 3.
Oh, Fable 3. Oh my god, that game.
This is where the
sucked.
conversation really starts.
That game sucked. That was terrible. Um,
Especially after Fable 2.
mean, yeah, like, ugh, it's awful. So bad.
It was that
Like,
time jump.
shockingly,
Like,
you
the
know.
game tried to do this thing where it's like, and of course, this was all preceded by Peter Molyneux's famous exaggeration. He's prone to exaggeration, Peter Molyneux. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I do. I've seen him in interviews. Like, I watched. I have the collector's edition of Fable 2 that came with the Master Chief armor. You know, just one of the coolest things just ever that's ever been included in like a game.
Oh yeah, the Fable style Master Chief armor. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it's so cool. Like it's such a little like get the collector's edition. Yeah. It's cool. I'm sorry. It's a cool thing because
It is
every
cool.
new game I start in Fable 2, I start with that armor. It's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
But it came with a making of DVD that I watched, and like in the making of like behind the scenes, he totally is that guy just talking about like you don't understand what you're gonna be able to do and how things will change as you play the game. And it's like listening to him talk and just thinking, none of that was in the game.
You know what he
And
is? He is the George Lucas of video games.
He's
You
a
can
hype
see
man.
him if you watch that behind the scenes stuff you're talking about. It's him coming into a room. He'll be giving a demo of like the game to like the press or some gaming journalist or something, and he'll be saying these things, and you can sort of see them looking at each other like, "Oh crap, we have to make this work. That's not in the game." It's just funny. Like he just goes off on his own way, and there'll be this, and there'll be that, and you'll be able to plant an acorn and watch it grow into a tree.
Yeah, I've seen that clip where he talks about the tree, about how there's
think
gonna
that
be
was
a tree
the-
that you can grow.
Yeah, I think that was the first Fable that he said that about. But yeah. And then they tried to do this thing in Fable 3, which I am entirely convinced that this is his doing. It's an idea that sounds good in paper, where they're like, you become king, and that's where a normal game would end. But then you've all this other stuff to do, and the problem I think came in with that other stuff. Like that's where I think Fable 3 lost people.
Yeah. I mean, I understood his rationale behind it, where it was like the three games. Fable 1 is about, you know, the tales of King Arthur, and it's like set so far back that it's like, you know, it's very mystical and very magical and very fantasy. And Fable 2 is whenever you get into like the medieval period with, you know, the Tudors, and like, you know, it starts to get, you know, you get pistols and muskets and stuff, and it just gets a bit more, you know, less magical, but still medieval, so still, you know, feudalism. And then Fable 3 is the industrial period. So we have, how did you get over there, by the way? How did you get in there?
There's a few holes in the wall. If you just go back the way you came a little bit, there's a hole. And there's
so
a second hole here. Yeah.
I did it. So yeah, like Fable 3 is the industrial period where we have machines and lots of pistols. You know, there's still swords, but most people tend not to use them because there's pistols now. So I liked that idea. It was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that is how.
Progression.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think Albion is a term for ye olde England at one point. You know, I think
Yeah.
or in Latin or something. But the game, just execution-wise, you know, the pause menu took a solid
Oh, I
minute
forgot
to, like,
about that.
load
You're
up.
right. A
know.
pause menu that has to load, that has to like render a room, and this is another thing that I think thinking a little too outside the box, fixing things that aren't broken. It's like, do we really need a pause menu that's a room, and that we walk to our sets of armor and put them on? That's not what people want. People want to hit A and put their armor on. That's what they want.
So,
I remember that.
oh, it's a bit of a leap of faith, but you can make it.
Wow.
But yeah, just like having to actually go to like a little cloakroom to put on all your clothes and stuff.
Oh, it slowed things
I just-
down so
I-
much.
like the morality system. I liked the morality system in Fable 2, where it was very much like if you eat lots of meat, you're a bad person, and if you eat celery, you're good, and you can stay skinny. Like
Yeah.
that's funny. But like Fable 3, it was like, all right, we'll help you in your war if you promise to, give us money. It's like, all right, and then it's like, you need money to save the kingdom. Oh, where's that money you promised us? It's like, that's okay. I see what you want me to do. You want me to go and like use the mechanics to try and get more money, but that's really not fun.
Yeah.
It's like
and then without warning, the time jump.
Yeah, the time jump just comes out of nowhere.
It's like, oh, they're here. The evil darkness is here, and you have to fight them now.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, I wasn't ready.
It was just disappointing. So.
Like it goes from something ridiculous like 255 days till they arrive, and then the next minute they're there.
So I shot that thing because I think it wanted me to.
Hopefully. You broke it. I'm gonna tell Mom. But yeah, that's one that came to mind. Fable 3.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely that reminds me. That game kind of reminds me of like Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Trying to think, what else was a disappointment? There's definitely others. I've been disappointed by games in the past. Like it's why I'm a little, I'm a little jaded by stuff at launch.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I'm finding it this hard to think of things, because I know there definitely have been. For next time, I'll go and do my research and have a few ready. But there definitely have been.
Duke Nukem, Brutal Legend. Oh, the new Pokemon game comes out in like under 10 days, I think. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have it pre-ordered. I pre-ordered it back in like July, just around about the time that Pokemon Go got really popular. I was like, you know what? I will get the new Pokemon game. I'm excited for it.
You've just reminded me, I meant to send something to you, because I saw if you pre-order it at a certain place, you get this, it almost looks like a gym badge themed after, sun or moon, like there's two different versions. But I didn't know if you'd be interested in that or not, but I was going to send it to you.
No, that's okay. No, I got it off Amazon, because like it's, I tend to buy most things off Amazon, just because,
Yeah.
Local retailers, thank you very much for being brave enough to retail games, but your prices are not competitive, like, at all.
No, nope, not at all.
Like, have you been to... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like, have you been to Tesco's recently?
Tesco?
Yeah, like, like their game section.
No, I haven't been in the game section in ages. Are the prices silly?
Yes, their prices are very silly and like shocking. Like, I don't know. I just like, even a brand new game that I'm really excited about, I don't know how they can justify £50 for a new game.
Wow, 50? That's like game level of inflation.
FIFA, like FIFA.
Oh, FIFA.
I'm pretty sure the newest FIFA is like £50, between 45 and £50 if you buy it.
Oh yeah.
There.
Well,
probably it's like under. It'll be £39 maybe on Amazon.
I think it used to be that way with Call of Duty as well, where it's like, this is going to be a huge hit, and then the sort of expected price is just like 45. And it's like, no, the retail price is meant to be 40. Why does this game cost 45? Just because it's Call of Duty and you can rake in some more.
It's got to be inflation.
And like, I've seen FIFA in game for 60, and that was on sale. It said sale price 60. And I was like, what on earth does it cost normally? I couldn't believe it. I remember taking a picture.
I mean, the people who play FIFA, no offense to you kind people who play FIFA, like they probably know that the typical person that plays FIFA, it will be the one game they buy a year. They will buy one or two games.
To
and
them,
FIFA,
that's a one-off almost type thing.
So
it's like once a year.
I can understand. So maybe they have to whack it up as high as they can, just because they know it's the only thing we're getting out of them. So
true. Pew pew. Scan. Are we supposed to be scanning or destroying these?
We scan and then destroy. And
Okay,
then,
both.
Here,
Scan
can
and
you
destroy
scan
with
while
some more.
I kill the thing?
Yep. Ah, kill the things. Oh, it's a boss. Getting hot in here.
Oh, I'm down.
Golden gun.
Can you bring me back to life, please?
Yep. Gotcha.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What other games were a massive disappointment?
But I have to think that people who go to Game to buy their games, like that's their go-to place, don't really... I mean, you have to really wonder, do they keep up with game news at all? I mean, I feel like if you've ever shopped online, you know that that is not what they cost.
I guess that's what the cost is retail, but Amazon's just so competitive.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a new game from Amazon pretty much 9 times out of 10. I get the game 3 days early, and I get it for £35.
There's a massive hole breach near your
Most of the time.
best bet.
Yeah. Most of the time, for 35-40, just like with inflation. I don't know, it's shocking. But I guess that's just a sign of the times.
Sign of the times.
Sign of the times.
Any more big disappointments that you can think of?
There will be some. Oh! The day I bought a PlayStation 3. Now, this is...
Oh,
Yes, when I turned 18, I had already had like a 360 for about a year-ish. But like for my 18th birthday, I was like, I got enough money. You know what? I will get a PlayStation 3. And I remember buying it, and then I was like, okay, let's go get some games for it. And every single game that I wanted for it, I either already had or could get on Xbox 360. And it was just that realization of, this is the same... Why did I even get this? It's the same goddamn thing. Like, all the games that I cared about, I already
Yeah.
had. So,
yeah, I know what you mean.
like, this... No, this is before, you know, Last of Us and Uncharted, and, like, I can't think of any other PlayStation 3 exclusives, like, you know...
God of War is...
Oh.
I will say, I did the same thing you did. I jumped on the PS3 a lot later in its life cycle, so I was able to sort of selectively pick out the best ofs and just play those. Out of everything I played, I think the one thing that made it worth it was the God of War trilogy and the God of War collection, you know, of the PSP games. That stuff was good because they actually remastered those properly and they were full HD, 1080p, 60 FPS. It was really good. But I know what you mean. Like, you feel this excitement. It's like, I'm tapping into a whole wealth of other games, and really, like, 80% of it is the same.
Those big AAA games that you're going to want to play, those companies have invested so much money, there's no way they're going to restrict it to just one console. So, when it really comes down to it, the console wars are are sometimes decided by, you know, your big game that you've got, you know, they're very rarely decided by exclusives. They are decided by, what is my friend playing? And, you know, stuff like that. So.
Yeah. And to be honest, I've never really... I mean, I really like God of War, but it's just not a system seller for me. As much as I like it, like, I enjoyed being able to just pick it up later in the life cycle, get everything for a good price, and just go through all of them one after the other. Like, but I could wait for that. Like, I wasn't really desperate. You know.
So you'll wait for the PlayStation 4 to like drop way down in price and then pick up all the stuff for it.
I would say so. I mean, I didn't feel like I'd missed anything significant. Like, I played The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I just waited a little while, but for Xbox exclusives, I feel like I care way too much about them to not go with an Xbox.
Yeah.
If I am to choose.
At the end of the day, it's the same you know, like it's like, oh, better PlayStation, Xbox. It's the same console. It really is the same console. If you want some exclusives more than the other, that'll be your deciding factor. Or even if it's something as petty as my friends are all playing this one, so I guess I'm getting this one. Like that's the deciding factor for me often. You know.
What does get me though is when you know a thing or two about specs and you see people arguing, oh, PS4 is way more powerful or Xbox is more powerful in this aspect, and it's like, look, they're very much the same. There's parity for obvious reasons because a lot of the same games are releasing. They're gonna all perform the same pretty much because there is that parity between the hardware. You're not going to see a noticeable difference unless you're playing on PC. That's just it.
And some people will be, you know, have enough of a stick up their butt to care about like stuff like specs and that, but for me, it's like, it's the same. It's the same. It's just the same.
But I don't mind people if people feel like they need to defend their purchases and stuff, and that's fine. Or if you just prefer playing on a console, but let's not.
I'm totally that person. I'm totally that person. I do not regret this at all. You know.
No, what I would say though is like, yes, okay, you enjoy your consoles. I enjoy my consoles. They're handy for some things. And they're handy when you have people over, especially. But let's not pretend that it's the people who have bought their PS4 and they're like, oh, PC is terrible. Like, it's pretty much the same. It's like, no. If you have a gaming PC, there is no competition whatsoever. Let's not go crazy here. You can have your preference and all, but don't you know, we're talking raw specs here. Like, there's no arguing against it.
Oh, wait. Okay, I understand. Like, you cannot argue that a console is better than a PC. It's just
that's the people I'm talking about,
impossible.
essentially.
Scientifically impossible. However, I prefer gaming on a console than gaming on a PC.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mostly because I somewhat like the knowledge that if I buy something and stick it in my box will play it without having to do all sorts of annoying stuff. Now,
and you do somewhat get that guarantee with a gaming PC, but at the same time, a lot can go wrong with a PC. So I will say
exactly. But then again, this year I did also have a major problem with my Xbox where I had to like completely uninstall my Xbox and then reinstall it with the help of Microsoft technical support. But
oh really? I think I missed that.
Yeah, remember? Oh yeah, it was like back in February. It was like right after I started playing Fallout 4. But all it did was just help me appreciate how great like cloud computing. Oh no!
Yeah, we wiped.
Because there was just one day where I think I turned on my Xbox and it just wouldn't boot up. It would like, it just wouldn't load the dashboard. It would just stay like a blank screen. But I was able to like get to the shut off menu, and I basically had to like download a big file onto a USB stick, plug that USB stick into my Xbox, and then hold like the eject button with the sync button for like 5 seconds until I heard these weird beats. Like, it was really weird. Like
something
Microsoft
you'll never do
accidentally.
accidentally.
Something you'll never do accidentally. And it had to like boot up from start and just go back to factory settings. And then it like wiped all my saves, like it erased everything that had saved on the box. I was like, oh no! And then I was like, and I put in Fallout 4 and I was like, well, I guess I better start it again. And then it was all syncing your data for Fallout 4. And then it just like, my save game was there, all of it, and I was just like, I love the future so much.
Yeah, there is something to be said for that.
Bringing us right full circle.
The only way that could be, definitely full circle. But the only way that I ever have a problem with that is whenever, say you just want to launch your game, that's all you want to do, but the Xbox sort of insists, I need to sync this, and it stops you from playing, or it just takes too long to do. That's annoying.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying.
But at the same time, when it does it in the background and it's all just running, it's amazing because your save game is pretty much safe.
Oh, here's another thing that I find disappointing with the PlayStation 3. Installation. It was the first time I had ever gotten like, this game needs to install. Now, I had played PC games, and so like it's understandable that when like it has to go on to the PC in order to play. like the thing that I liked about consoles was that I can put it in my box and my box will play it.
Yeah,
Except on
plug and
PlayStation
play.
3. Yeah, where it's like
Oh, yeah.
installing. Yeah. Oh, and the PlayStation 3 as a machine, where it would like, I remember when I opened it on like my birthday, and it was like downloading updates, installing updates, downloading
that.
update, and it was like, why would they? Who did this?
It felt like,
you know.
setting up your PS3, you know, after a period of time, you know, after that long after launch, is what I'm trying to say. Like we both did. It feels like you're installing every update ever put out. That's what it feels
You
like.
are. You are.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah. That's what I heard. Is that it was you are putting in every single update. It's like, why would they do it like that? Why not just?
It's probably the worst way to update that I've seen. I wasn't sure if that was the case or not, but there you go. Oh,
Where are
down.
you? Okay, are you surrounded?
3
Can I
little
get
guys, but they're not going to be.
Well,
not a
I
big
got.
problem.
I'm
Oh,
dead.
well. We can do it. We can do it.
I think after this, I'm gonna rest my voice for D&D tonight. But yeah,
Yeah,
alright,
sure.
we can do it. We can do it.
We can do it.
Yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, PC. Of course, a console can't be PC. What? Who would argue that? Who?
I've seen it.
Who older than the age of 10 would ever try to argue that?
That's it,
It's
isn't
like
it, though? It's
saying-
just like, I like this thing,
Yeah.
therefore it's the best. And it's like, no, you have to be realistic at the end of the day.
It's like Blu-ray, you know. It's like those early arguments of like, PlayStation 3 run off of Blu-ray discs so they can put more game on it.
It's like, really? They can put more of the identical game on there.
Yes. Are you sure they don't actually copy and paste the game in different sections of the disc to speed up load times? No.
No.
Okay. No, of course not. But, you know. PC, it's like that old chestnut that I like to wheel out. Ease of use and idiot proofing. Consoles are very much idiot proof. Where PC,
Yeah, for the most part.
you need a brain for PC. And if you're sitting there and you're like, I'm brainless and I can use PC, I'm like, well, good for you. I'm an idiot and I like things that are idiot proof.
We've established that you like to protect your devices from yourself as much as possible.
Yes. Yes.
Like
Yes.
iPhone.
Like iPhone. It's idiot.
Lock the back of that thing, because at some point I will forget and I will try to open that and rummage around in there.
Just saying, like, people are scared to use technology, and I understand. It's because there is some technology out there that needs to be idiot-proof, and it's when it's not that you get problems. So I love it whenever stuff is idiot-proof.
Get
Yeah.
JD the idiot-proof version of the thing.
Just yeah, if you know, stuff that is idiot-proof. You know, chainsaws, not idiot-proof. Don't buy them.
Oh.
iPhone 7, idiot-proof. Buy me one, please.
I was behind a wall, seriously. Oh, there were guys.
I think.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, there's guys behind you. That's where they got you.
I missed them.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
We gonna do it. We gonna do it.
Make it idiot.
Well, I mean, you know a thing or two about idiot proofing, right? We'll not go there, but
Yeah. You know, I mean, like,
you've dealt with things.
it's just. Yes, I have dealt with things, and I've dealt with people that, you know, are not tech savvy. So the less, you know, the. I think it's easy. I like that in the modern age, where every 6 months technology gets twice as fast, or twice as much memory, or twice as easy to use.
Twice as expensive.
It does get twice as expensive, but see, in 6 months it's gonna be half as cheap. So
Yep.
you know, you'll be able to afford it eventually.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you can play the long game, you're made in the shade. Like, I forget where I heard about this, but there was a guy who waited maybe 10 years after the PS2 launched just to save the money on it, and he just bought everything for, like, dirt cheap 10 years after it launched.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I don't
he
know,
waited.
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm too much of a consumer.
I mean, I told you how I was tempted to go and buy like the old Call of Duty games because I didn't play any of them and like just play through them just purely
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're all backwards compatible now.
I bet
think
you could get
C-
most of those for a tenner. Like,
I
together.
like that's the thing, a tenner each. Like CEX has very strategically upped the price of these because they know it's like Christmas
Oh.
and Granny's coming and she's not gonna know which one to get you, so she's gonna get you the wrong one.
She's
So
gonna
they've
get you Army
upped the
Fighter
price.
7 instead of Army Fighter 9. Yeah.
Yeah, completely. So I think I might wait till like maybe March or April, whenever the season calms down. Right. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, we are gonna put a pause
feels
on
brutal.
conversation on. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Pause
Let's
on
get this
conversation
done.
until we kill this thing. Is Bag of Pete still watching?
I think he just dropped out, but he was with us a long time there.
Okay. All right. In that case, maintain radio silence except for Destiny only related talks. So.
Okay.
Right. Let's focus. Okay.
Now, is this tank out already, or does...
It takes a little while, but you
there,
know what? Focus
yeah.
on the ads because I think it's just
Yeah.
like it's the
I think
things
the
that
ads are
spawning
sneaking
behind
around us,
that
yeah.
are killing us. Yeah. Oh god! All right.
Oh,
All
back
right,
up
let's
a little
stick those
bit.
together actually as well, just to
Yeah.
make sure.
Tank knows we're here. Oh.
Oh.
What's the weak point on those again? Is it like the hubcap of the...
No,
the
not
wheels?
even. It's the. Oh yeah, yeah. It is the hubcap. I guess. I was like, it's the legs. It's the tank.
It's not Star Wars.
Ah, okay. Here's that ogre thing. So.
Oh.
Kill that.
Yeah, that thing's laser face is just brutal.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm dead.
Gotcha.
Oh, thank you, Thomas. Right.
Oh,
okay,
I'm probably gonna go down any second, just so you know.
Die, ogre.
Oh.
Okay, where are you? I'm kind of like sandwiched between everything.
Yeah, I'm kind of hiding
You're over
between
there?
two boxes here.
Okay, I'm just trying to get to a spot where I can kind of avoid damage. Right, I'm making my way over to kill these knights.
Got one.
Oh, I leveled up.
Yeah.
Right.
Dead.
Okay, I'm gonna go hide behind something and just quickly level up to see what new
I'll
ability I
stick
got.
close to you in case you go down. Oh.
Okay, I haven't got a new ability yet. That's okay. Doesn't work like that. All right.
Bang, bang,
I'm
bang.
supercharged, though.
Bang, and the dirt is gone.
Kitchen gun! Bang, bang, bang!
I'll be right there. I just took a hit. Whoop. I think that's it. Except for the tank.
Alright, I'm working my way over to the. I'm running over to the heavy ammo.
Okay. Oh, there's a few phalanxes up here. Oh. My special, whatever it's called, is ready.
Okay, just do it. Unleash it. So's mine, but I'm scared that if I go right up close to the tank, it's gonna.
Destroy you.
Ah, screw it.
Let's see what Rockets! Yeah!
I died!
As long as this explosion doesn't kill me. I'm coming.
Guardian, Cade
Got
has
ye.
briefed us on your unorthodox mission. Your
Well, that was an ordeal.
is a
And a half.
You have our thanks.
Supercharged.
Did he drop any loot?
I don't know.
was serious about her ship.
Don't remember picking up. Oh.
Get home safe.
Oh no, it's just stuff from these fellers.
Okay, I guess there wasn't any of that. Well, we'll see what we get at the end of the mission.
I'm level 29.
So am I. Let's see, did I get any
Yeah.
items? I got a few. Lots of greens.
You got a few.
Those are some weak rewards. I don't like green.
Dude, weak. Yeah, they're not impressive. I think that ghost might be marginally
Wow, it's
better than the
quarter-
one I have.
It's 4:15! What?
Yeah. This has
got like
probably been one
5
of our
episodes.
longest sessions, you know?
Got like 5 episodes out of this?
Oh yeah,
Alright,
definitely. More work for me. Awesome.
Oh, okay, right. Back to the tower.
Back to the tower. That's a nice background.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, PC versus console. I don't know.
The
I mean,
flame war
like-
continues.
I prefer console because it's idiot proof and I'm an idiot. And
I like both.
just
I like
it.
them for different reasons. Like,
Yeah.
it really comes down. What it really comes down to is how much do you care about 60 FPS? That's really it.
In my opinion, it's kind of like, to me, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. It's like 3D movies.
Oh,
It's
Oh, no.
really nice it's really nice at first, and then I don't care. Which I think is the intention. The intention of 60 frames per second is to make the game very seamless and to make it easy to play. So, yes, it is nice when you load up a game and it's like, ooh, wow, very nice to look at. Really nice game feel. Really nice. And then 9 hours go by and I haven't noticed it again since. So,
see, my thing is, if I'm playing a lot of 60 FPS games and I'm used to like really fast, responsive inputs, and then I try to go back and play something that's 30, that's when it really hits me hard, and it almost feels unplayable for a while until I get used to 30 again. So I do care about it enough, but that's me.
well, Destiny, Destiny runs at 30.
It does.
Does it bother you at all that it runs at 30?
It feels a little sluggish at times, yeah, but it's playable. It's perfectly playable. Like, given the choice, I'll take 60. It's just the only time I really struggle with it is, as I say, when I've been playing at 60 for an extended period of time. Like maybe I'm playing this game over the course of a few days, and then you try to go back. It feels rough at first, but you do get used to it again. So it's not a deal breaker. Like, I'm not going to not play a game because it's capped at 30.
Yeah, definitely. I notice it if I play, either games from my childhood or just games from maybe like a few years ago, especially on the Xbox 360 backwards compatibility. Like, or I go back and something's like, ugh, like, you see it.
You know what
like,
a really good example is, actually, is Mass Effect, the first one on Xbox. It is horrible frame rate.
really?
Like, really bad. Like, less, like, you're maybe getting 20 at times. In fact, probably a lot of the time, you're getting 20. It was pretty rough. That's an instance where if I was going to play that game again, I would definitely play it on PC, which is what me and Chris did when we were going through, just because I have all three on PC and it's just handy because I can have it anywhere because it's a laptop I use. But, yeah. For older stuff like that, definitely, I would, if I'm going back for nostalgia. The one thing I'm not nostalgic about is the 2-minute elevator load screens that are like 10 seconds on PC.
Oh, did you watch the Mass Effect Andromeda trailer?
I did, yeah.
What'd you think?
I like the designs and stuff. It looks like Mass Effect. The only thing about the trailer, now that this isn't a criticism of the game because obviously we don't know anything about it so far, but the trailer just sort of felt like cliched sci-fi movie that's coming out that is coming out in 2016. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it did feel like a movie. It was like I was watching it and it was all boom. There's been a change.
Yeah, there's a lot of the
It even had a laser shooting into the sky, a blue laser
Yeah.
shooting into the sky. So, I don't know. I've never been the biggest Mass Effect fan. I liked Mass Effect 2.
I love Mass
Um,
Effect.
I thought Mass Effect 3 was okay. I thought the end of Mass Effect 3, not necessarily the immediate end, but the lead up to it was a massive grind, and I struggled to get through just because I kept dying quite a lot, especially to those.
It is hard.
screechy-
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Banshees,
It's
I
like
think they're called.
Yes. Oh.
On Insane, they are brutal. Like, I have finished all 3 games on Insane, but the end of Mass Effect 3 is probably the hardest.
Screw that. So, Mass Effect's okay, and the new Andromeda trailer just looks like a sci-fi movie, sci-fi schlock.
Yeah, I don't think the trailer did much for it, to be honest. I'm sure it's potentially still going to live up to the other 3, in my opinion, but that trailer just felt like, here's generic sci-fi movie that's coming out. You know what I mean? Like, there's a formula they use,
Yeah.
and there's certain lines that they say, and they pretty much checked all the boxes for that.
There's been a change.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Wow.
Ambiguous, cool-sounding lines. Yeah,
This is
ambiguous,
not our end.
ambiguous, cool-sounding lines that in and of themselves don't mean anything. They're just in there for effect.
Shots of like
Mass
people
Effect.
sliding down. There's like a roof that's kind of made of windows, and they're sliding down it to like the music of. It's like, what will you become?
Shout out to Rogue One.
New players in town. You know.
There's a lot of people sitting out on this precipice here. I'm joining them.
Where?
Out
I'll
here.
find you. Oh, right, okay. You say this isn't an MMO.
It definitely feels a lot more like one now. Hey, they're pushing me. This is pretty weird.
Oh, someone died.
Oh, someone way off.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's coming over to see what the commotion is about.
Whoa, look at that guy. He's got antlers.
This reminds me, and if Peter was still watching, he'd get a kick out of this, but do you remember playing Halo Reach multiplayer? There was a map called The Spire.
Yes.
It was sort of like a dusty map, and then in the middle there was this Covenant Tower, and you could go up to the top of it. What me and Peter would do,
Yeah.
just to troll other players. I don't know if you were playing with us at the time, but you could have been. Your team, one of your members of your team would be standing right at the edge with a sniper rifle, sniping at people, and if you were just bored, you would walk into them slowly and push them off. And then there would be that moment where they realise that they're falling, and they'd look straight up back at you and try to shoot at you. That was a good time.
Okay. I think I do remember that actually.
It was
the
just
guy
seeing
here-
them like looking around.
One of the
What's
guys here,
happening?
One of the guys here, Ghost Oblivion 7, has invited me to a game and a party with him.
Oh,
I don't really know what to do. I've also just kind of realized that I'm the only one currently playing as a girl right now, and I really hope I haven't like misled him in some way by like dancing in front of him as a girl. Like I really
Yeah,
hope that's not what
yeah.
people think.
we aren't an MMO after all. You have to be careful not to lead people on.
Well, if it was World of Warcraft, I would just like ask people for gold. Like that's a thing that people will do where they'll pretend to be, girls to get free stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course. Goes back as like, as old as MSN. MSN Messenger. I
So
really
anyway,
need money.
I think that'll do our stream today.
That'll do it. Ooh, I wonder if I can.
I have enough editing to
I?
do as it is.
Oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna quit Destiny. Don't try to stop me. God, Ghost Oblivion is following me. Here, Thomas, do you see where I am?
I don't. Oh, out there.
Look at the map.
Yeah, I see.
I'm gonna do it. Don't try and stop me.
No, JD, don't do it. There's a ship landing. Can we get on top of that? Nope.
You
It's
just
not
phased
solid.
right through it. I'm just dancing here at the end.
Anyway, that will conclude the episode. I'm sure the people have seen enough of us standing around at the edge of the hub.
God damn it. Ghost Oblivion 7 has like invited me like 3 times now. It's actually kind of creepy.
He's really desperate. We should get out of here.
Oh, he keeps asking me to join his party. Stop it.
So weird.
I'm a man.
Anyway,
Ugh.
we will bid you lovely people adieu.
Should I
And we
send
will
him
see
a
you next
message
time.
saying- Should I send him a message saying like stop harassing me?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, this guy's got a
Nah.
fucking wolf head.
I think I'll just leave the game. Alright, okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone. We'll see you next time. Okay.